We've got an abundance of lemongrass in our garden at the moment. I planted this down here around one of our mango trees along with some comfrey to give it some support, and it's just growing crazy. There are two different types of lemongrass. This is the citronella variety, so it's really good for certain things, but it's not good for eating. The way to tell them apart is the edible one tends to be a bit thicker in the stalk and is a pale green colour, whereas this one behind me is the citronella variety that's got a red tinge to it, and it's also got wider leaves. And it also grows bigger. This variety grows to over a metre, close to 2 metres tall, whereas the edible variety is much shorter. It only grows to about half a metre or so. And in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the things that we use this citronella lemongrass for in and around our garden. It's incredibly helpful if you know what to do with it. First, I'm going to cut this patch behind me so I can show you how we use this citronella lemongrass here at Suanstock Homestay. Using this lemongrass, the citronella lemongrass as a mulch is really good, but not for the reasons that you might think. It doesn't have much nitrogen, it doesn't have much phosphorus, but it will help to protect your soil from the heat of the sun and the heavy beating of the monsoon rains that we get here at this time of the year. And it is also going to be beneficial because it's going to deter insects. It's going to be an insect repellent even on the ground. It's going to deter insects from coming and making their homes and laying their eggs where you're putting it. So whereas it might not give directly to the soil, it is going to be helping your plants, and it is going to be shielding the soil. One way that we do like to use it in the garden is to mix it, to chop it up, put it in some water with a lid on it and leave it in the shade for 2 to 4 weeks. And this is going to make a foliar spray. We'll dilute it at a ratio of 1 to 50 and then spray it. It's really good for soft body insects like thrips and aphids. And one other thing we're trialing with it is letting it dry or semi-dry and twisting it into coils like this, twisting it hard and knotting it together loosely, and then we can place this in a ceramic pot or a terracotta pot and light it and just let it sit there smoking, because this is going to give off a light smoke, a very aromatic smoke, but again, the bugs aren't going to like it. Around our kitchen door area here where we come in the evening, we've been working and sweaty. I'm taking my shirt off, taking my shoes off, and there are a lot of mosquitoes around. So we're trialing it to see if we can use it to act as a mosquito deterrent. And most people in Asia tend to use the coils that you light or other methods, but these can be a bit toxic and I really don't know what's in them, and they don't work particularly well. So we're trialing this idea with the lemongrass to see if we can make that work. And then one other thing that we're doing with it that is again a trial, so we'll have to do an update later, is that we're making a spray with it. So what I've done for this is I've chopped up and bruised a bunch of lemongrass stalks and leaves, and then we've boiled them. I've got a good pot of boiling water, thrown a handful in, given it a quick blanching, and then just let it simmer for about 10 minutes and turn it off to steep it overnight and place it in a spray bottle. And then this can be used just to spray on as an insect repellent. So again, it's only water and lemongrass. It's not toxic to us, but the bugs aren't going to like it. I'll certainly give you an update when I've trialed it for a while. I've used it a few times and it's so far so good. We use a commercially bought citronella spray. I don't know if it's got anything else in it, but certainly when I spray this on my body, I'm not feeling any of that sting that you can get sometimes, especially if you're using a really strong chemical bug spray. I stopped using them years ago. Those things melt plastic. They're really nasty. Using something natural, yeah, it just fits with who we are and the way we like to do things. So we'll make sure to give you an update. And if you're really interested to learn more about how we use lemongrass in and around our home and in our garden, not just the citronella variety, but the edible variety, you can check out this video next. And thanks very much for watching this one all the way through.